Hello, my name is Zachary Guevara. I chose to do my speech on the legacy of Martin Margiela. If I could have, if I could wear one brand for the rest of my life, it would be Martin Margiela. There have been many brands I've grown to love since working in fashion. But when it comes to true artistry and true identity, there's no doubt in my mind that Martin Margiela is one of my favorite fashion designers. As an aspiring fashion designer, when it comes to design, I look for a language that doesn't serve everyone. I'm not in search of perfection. What I want is for true meaning and storytelling. I see fashion design as a very intimate form of art that should not be done carelessly. I'm designing for the people who want to escape the social construct of what it means to wear clothes. I need people to stay true to themselves and not subject themselves to trends. When I design, I would like to spread a message to the people who may feel lost, the people who feel like they have no sense of direction because of what society tells them they should or shouldn't be doing. I believe it's no business what I'm doing, and I would like to have those people see me as a symbol of freedom. Symbol of freedom where they can be whoever they want and they can create whatever they want. I believe Margiela has opened my eyes to what it means to be a designer. It's not about the money or the fame that comes with being a coveted brand. It is solely about what you're designing, who you're designing for, and what it all means. I believe if you're going to have a platform at such a scale, you should take advantage of it and spread a message. Who is Martin Margiela? Martin Margiela is an avant-garde designer originally from Belgium, born on April 9th, 1957. His love for fashion started early on with his interest in deconstruction and reworking clothes. He spends his teenage years bringing new life to secondhand clothes, bringing a one-of-a-kind uniqueness to his designs. His passion for experimental transformation would later define his career. After he graduated from Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Antwerp in 1978, he then moved to Milan, Italy, where he worked as a freelance designer. He later became Jean-Paul Gaultier's design assistant from 1984 to 1987. But in 1988, Margiela decided to start his own label named Maison Martin Margiela, which celebrated imperfections and reimagined vintage clothes. His runway shows were immersive and personal to Margiela, creating a memorable experience for those who attended. Later, in 1994, Margiela would release the replica line. This line reinterpreted and preserved historical and cultural artifacts from fashion, offering them a second life in modern day. The line preserved the historical origins by applying the time period, location, and material location of each piece of each piece he designed. This resonated with consumers seeking authenticity and transparency. In 1997, Margiela joined Hermès as the creative director, demonstrating his ability to balance his avant-garde experimentation with the timeless elegance Hermès is known for. During this time, the brand Maison Margiela was expanding by adding the MM6 line. The purpose of adding the line was to have a more accessible with a lower price point and more casual design, which made it easier for people to be included. Then by 2002, the brand would be taken over by OTB Group, a holdings company led by Renzo Rosso, with this was a very big turning point in the brand as it brought them financial stability and global recognition. As a result, Margiela decided to leave Hermès and would later move its headquarters in a new location in Paris. would later move his fashion house headquarters to Paris. And by 2008, Maison Margiela would have 14 boutiques with the help of OTB Group. By 2009, Martin was tired of the demands of fashion industry alongside the growing influence of social media and decided to step away from fashion. Even after leaving fashion, Margiela continues to have a massive impact on the fashion industry. For more than a decade, Martin Margiela decided to disappear, and during that time, he focused all of his time and energy on art. He worked on exploring the same themes that defined his fashion career. Margiela has described transformation, his transformation to art as liberating. He has spoken about the slower pace of art and how it's allowed him to explore ideas without relentless pressure from the fashion calendar. What is the fashion calendar? The fashion calendar is split into 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter, resort, and pre-fall. The 2 main seasons are spring, summer, and autumn, winter. They are always shown during Fashion Week in London, Milan, New York, and Paris. For Margiela, this freedom enabled him to develop new themes such as the passage of time, disappearance, and the beauty of overlooked objects. Margiela's philosophy in art not only shaped Maison Margiela, but an entire industry even years after his disappearance. He has inspired countless designers and students, such as myself, to push boundaries of fashion and art by challenging social norms. His impact constantly pushes me to rethink what I see in a different perspective. I know throughout my fashion career, I will use him as a blueprint for my designs, and that is why I believe Martin Margiela is one of the most influential designers that I have ever come across, and why it's important to have a personal language in your own art, why it's important to have meaning and intent. And I would like to give him thanks for giving me a sense of direction and a sense of purpose in all that I do.